What's up, guys? I am shaking. I'm going to get a coat of paint on the front of this so it can be setting up, getting good and solid. I want lots of paint on this front because parts of it are going to be exposed, and I want to make sure the paint's not only good coverage but also tough. So we're going to get her done. Alright, guys, I got the first coat on there. It's not perfect, but you know, it's just a base coat. So after some preliminary figuring and some of my subscribers chiming in, we come up with what's basically, I think, going to be a 28, somewhere around 28 hertz tuning, maybe 30 hertz. So it should be able to play down to the mid 25s pretty good. That's what I'm shooting for. Let's get some more paint on this bad boy. Alright, guys, the more I think about this, the more I'm thinking the idea of putting it as a C-pillar is going to be better for me. It won't be as loud or as windy, but the box will end, if I center it, it'll end about right here, right in here. So it'll be real easy to build a panel to connect it to the sides and the roof. It'll be real easy to build a panel across here that'll come up and give me a place to put my amps back here. I can, once I get it in, I can build my little piece and go underneath it to raise it up about 12 inches or so off the floor, which gives me enough room to put batteries underneath it, with a panel that comes down here, covers the batteries, and then amps up here. It all just makes sense. It's all, this is what's screaming at me right here. Now, in case you guys are wondering why this box is still in here, well, I got a show tomorrow, and that is on the 27th, and my next show is going to be on the 10th of next month. So that gives me a couple weeks to get it in here and playing, but I need to wait. So I got a show tomorrow. I want to be there for that, and although I probably won't do much there, I want to have a build that's functional while I'm there. And so I'm going to wait on tearing everything out until after the show tomorrow. I'll probably start Sunday. So anyway, this box, this other box, will come out about 2 inches past this one if I stop it in the same place. So if it runs up to where this one is right now, it'll stop about 2 inches back and leave me plenty of room, but I can also move it back some. Which I don't think I'll need to do. I may need to move it back a little bit. Let's see from the other side. No, that would probably work right there. So that box would stop where this one is, and would run up. Yeah. And the paint is still drying. This is all flat, so it should look pretty good. There was a gloss around the rings before, and it keeps shining through, but I got a lot of paint on here, so that should work out. The subwoofers are on here, the port's in here. I think I'm going to paint the port the same green as the DeFbox logo, so it'll match up with the subs. And yeah, that's the plan. Then the tram piece that covers this will extend out to the sides. I'll probably split it in the middle and create two different sides with a seam in the center, put in each side one at a time, and it'll probably cover most of this, but I wanted to make sure that I had a good coat of black on here so that nothing would peep through, you know what I'm saying? Now, if it comes up level with this thing, front to back, if it comes up to here, it's going to land just in front of these vents. So I may push it back to where it lands behind the light, and that way I don't have to deal with that. But if I do that, it's going to put it in the window. So I'm probably going to need to cover that up, which means I'm going to need to get as tight as I can on the seat. Decisions. All right, so if I locate it behind that light right there, just behind the light, it'll come back to this trim piece right here, almost exactly, which would be a nice and clean back here, because I could do a piece that goes straight up, then a piece that angles, and angles down to the box, and then has some blocks in here, and that would oh heck, it would just run straight up from there. All I really need to do is maybe build in the sides or something. That would be pretty much where this box is now, except for a couple inches back. And that's if I stop it at that light, which will leave those two vents open back there and leave the light open right against the box. If I put a nice green light in there, that would light up the box nicely, and it would allow plenty of room for the headrest and all that action, and plenty of room for the base to get out of this chamber right here. The only downside of that is that does put me making my wall go into that window. So there's that. What I think I'll do is bring the box back until it makes me happy back here, till it makes me happy where it's at back this way. If I do that, it's going to allow several inches on that side of the light, and I'm going to have to deal with the window one way or the other. Either when I push it forward, I'll have to deal with the window on the back side, or if I pull it back, I'm going to have to deal with it on the front side. Either way it goes, the window is going to be part of the freaking equation. So when I cut my two halves of my face panel, I'll just cut it. I got that kind of a funky angle right there that goes up, but I should be able to cut that and create a piece that is half, you know, that fits the roof line and goes up in the window, comes back out, goes down, and then slide that in, put the other one in, slide it in, put them together in the middle, and create that seam down the center.